Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here at Ripples. So this morning, I'm doing a very long day of treatments today, and this morning I saw by remote a patient who had experienced a miraculous complete remission from fourth stage liver cancer using pretty much only acupuncture, together with some regular remote sessions with my son Ravi. And he had a scan 3 weeks ago that showed absolutely complete remission, no tumours anywhere, and the doctors couldn't figure out what had happened. And so I explained to him that, you know, he was engaged in a very, very powerful medicine, and that, you know, that I would be expecting some kind of result like that, and that he should feel relaxed in that expectation too. But he just couldn't buy it. It was very, very interesting to watch this happen, this overwhelming fear that emerged. And then his doctor pressed him to do another scan because she said, this can't be, we must have missed it or misread it somehow. And he thought that was a great idea, so they did another scan a couple of days ago, and they found, which I learned this morning, that he had larger tumours than ever in the liver when there were none a month ago, and a whole series of tumours in the lungs, and more in the lower jiao. And it was, I got a dose from him of, you see, I told you. And it was just kind of fascinating to watch their fear. And I did say to him, no, I think that that people who have never experienced the diagnosis that you've received can't begin to understand the fear that you might be experiencing. And he said, well, aren't you worried about me? Are you concerned? I said, well, I'm concerned about every human being, and concerned about every human being reaching their potential. And he said, but aren't you concerned? And so I said to him, well, when you ask me that question, the way I look at it is you're saying to me, aren't you scared too, Anne? And he nodded. He agreed that that was right. And I was trying to explain to him that, you know, if the practitioner goes down into the fear rabbit hole, that there's no one to help both of us out. I said, I have to stay in the land of the positive so that I can, you know, lead you, for want of a better word. And so he said, well, what do we do now? I said, we just go back and we just, you know, we go back to the state where you have no evidence of disease, as they like to say, NED, and we see if you can land there confidently. And so that's what we did. But it made me think about fear in the populace, and fear that the populace has about impending disease. And, you know, in our travels through the Midwest for the last couple of weeks, what was very apparent was that, well, the populace did not look very healthy, put it that way. And then, as I said to you before, if you've been here in the last couple of weeks, we've driven through tens of thousands of acres of GMO corn, and the land being so overused that it's completely unsustainable, the way that we're living. So the ripple that I would want to put out into the pond is one of confidence in one's sustained level of good health, or sustained good health, which I'm hoping will be a ripple that will begin, not meaning to sound arrogant, but to contribute to a change in consciousness that precipitates a change in agriculture farming, diet, processing, that in turn leads to a foundationally increased level of health where people don't have to be storing all this fear about the inevitability, so-called, of becoming ill as they get older. There's no reason for that to happen. So it's really a ripple of sustained health. So thanks for being here, and let's get to work. And we have Theo with us today, keeping us company. Okay. All right. All the points. I've just been reminded of the points. The points would be stomach 12, known also as the broken dish. Broken dish means stomach 12 is a point on the large intestine lung divergent channel, and it's called broken dish because it's a point you use when there is lost latency of pathology. That's my contractor that I haven't seen for 5 weeks. Just anyway. And the other point is large intestine 18, which is the other meeting point of the lung large intestine divergent, which is called support the chimney. And those 2 points together gather pathology, dissolve its container, its phlegm, and move the chi of that pathology into the joints where it can do no harm. And that gives the feeling of being healthy, because everything's in latency. It gives the feeling of being healthy while the body is able to gain the resources to eradicate that illness. So stomach 12 and large intestine 18. Thanks so much for coming. I'll be a minute coming to the table because I've got to say hello out there. Sorry. Thanks everyone. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.